Today's tutorial is on how to draft and cut and make a bucket hat. So I want to clarify on other people who don't use what we call a circumference. Circumference is any distance on a round or circular shape. So I'm going to use this one to measure the circumference of this head. So if you want to make either for your children or for yourself, you make the circumference of your head. Here the word circumference always, we are talking of that distance right around your head where you are going to put your head. So this one is 20 inches, but the one we are going to use today, my size is 24 inches. So we have a head to draw what a head looks like here, the bucket head. We have a top, we have the sides and the brim like this. So let's take this one, A, B and C. So we'll start with cutting A. You will find it by dividing your head circumference, which is 24 inches, divide by 6,28. It gives us 3,8 inches. This is what we call the radius. These are terms which are used to calculate any circular, the perimeter of any circular object. So I'm going to fold my papers here like this. So we are going to have tape measure and mark 3.8 from the corner here where it's folded into 4. 3.8 inches. 3.8, 3.8, 3.8 and 3.8 like this. So now you add ½ inch seam allowance. Our top is gonna be a big head. To find B, it's either you can measure the right round. Let's measure this circumference. Go like this until here. This one is 11.5. So 11.5 times 2,5 times 2. It gives us 23 inches plus 24. That is the head circumference. It's either you can use the cut and slash method, or you just have to calculate. So we are going to have your 11.5 here. Line here is your reference. Then you determine the height of your B. Line is gonna be 9 centimeters, ½ inches if you are using inches. So 11.5 plus ½ inch seam allowance. We have to add seam allowance here, ½ inch. So it's gonna be 12. It's fine. Then you have to add also ½ inch seam allowance here, another ½ inch seam allowance this side. Then this is our B, right? Then we are to C is either if you want it to be a bit narrow, it depends, or if you want it to be too open like a sun hat, it depends also on the degrees you are going to use. So for us, for it to have a bucket hat, we are going to use half circle. And the formula for half circle, you are dividing your head circumference 24 inches divided by 3,14. Add the radius to make that one. So it goes to 7.64. This one you have divided your circle into half. Here it was a full circle. Now here it's now a half circle. That's why it's 3,14. It's half of 6.2. If you want it to be a bit open, you divide by, you make it 3/4 of a circle. So which will be, you have to make it 3/4 of a circle. It will open up until, if you want it to be a flat brim, divide it by 8 again, full circle. Right. So let's fold our papers for us to have a radius of 7 point. I'm folding again into 4. This is my corner where it's not open, you see. So I'm going to put 7.64. 7.64. So you join this. Right, so the width here, usually the nicer one is 3 inches. Let's put it 3 inches. So you are going to extend this by 3 inches. You are putting 3 here, 1, you mark right around 3 inches. Half inch. This is place on fold. You've folded your material on fold. Patterns. You need violin is the brim, this one. Right? These ones you don't need violin. It's 2-piece. I'm going to overlap. Main fabric. So this is the way we are going to lay it out. Start with this one. So I'll use this one which is visible to mark right through. Right, remember this one I said I have to add the seam allowance here. So it means you're going to attach this here, you see, like this, and it fits, you see, from here up to here, like that. Then this one